So, I was going to show you this in the last video, but again, I ran out of time. I am visiting the friend I have that has the most Wooparoos, and a lot of these are only available in the Korean version. I'm going to break them down by type so that you can see all of them. Hopefully I won't run out of time again, but here we go. Most of these you couldn't get in the old Wooparoo Mountain, and you can't get in the new Wooparooland. She's got 53 out of 54. I'm assuming it's a she. Again, I don't speak Korean and I don't really know any of these people. A lot of these are limited, so if you start to play, you might not be able to get them. Most of these should be looking familiar. Those two should not. Sorry for the lag. The screen cap program I'm using shouldn't say it sucks because it is freeware, but it does take up a lot of space. Of course, some of these you'll see a few times because there are more than one element. But too bad. I'm not going to slow down too much because again, I don't want to run out of time. And this thing is really laggy, so if I slow down any more, then we may never get through all these. Oh, it looks like a big Care Bear. So yeah, a lot of these are a lot more sophisticated than what you can get in Wooparooland or what you could get in the old Wooparoo Mountain. Excuse me. This one looks like it's pooping. Now to the ice creatures. Now that's weird because this was a normal Woopa in the old game. Seems a little strange that it would be limited now, but these two you can get in the new game. And I'm hoping that the new game is basically going to be them slowly adding everything in the Korean game to the new game, but there are no guarantees. Especially since they just shut down Wooparoo Mountain for most of the world. And even if you're in one of the countries that the new Wooparooland is supposedly allowed in, you still have to start over. You can't use your old account, which is very annoying. I feel like the shutdown could have been handled a bit better, but I could probably talk forever about my problems with game companies and how they operate. I won't get into it too much though, because I want this to be a cute, happy, and fun video. And I'm sure we all have our own opinions about the crappiness of game shutdowns. Oh, this one's cool. I'm going to try not to stop on too many of them, but some of them are really cute. I suppose the game has more active paying players in Korea, and maybe that's why there's a separate version just for Korea. Or maybe Korea has weird laws about things. I have no idea. I don't understand why there would be a game that everyone else can play and then a game that just Korean people can play. But if you watched the previous video, well, if you watched a couple videos ago, you can see the instructions on how to get the Korean version if you are not a Korean person. But unfortunately, there is no way to change the language, so you just kind of have to live with it and figure it out. It's not that difficult, though. I mean, it operates mostly the same way that the other game does. So it's pretty easy to figure out. In the Wooparooland game, this pink magic category doesn't exist yet, which is weird because in the old Wooparoo Mountain game it did. It may come along or it may not. And if you hear my cat meowing in the background, it's because she's spoiled rotten and she thinks whenever I sit a certain place it means she gets food. And I'm sitting in that place, so she's complaining. I don't know what this type is called. I call it candy because they all sort of look like food. And the little symbol sort of looks like a little chocolate that you would get in like a special Russell Stover's box or something. So none of those are available in the new game. These are all only the Korean game. Now, if you remember in the old Wooparoo Mountain game, there were only, I think, 4 or 5. I think 5. Yeah, 5 star Wooparoos. And that was Ray, Goldie, Dark Goldie, and Griffoon. I think somebody else. But anyway. So yeah, these are all really cool. That is really cool. So these are really, really neat. If you're wondering what the question mark at the end is, it just means that there are some that haven't been created yet. So, and this wing version or angel version or whatever. This element and this element don't exist in the new game or in the old one. So again, just wanted to show you all the Korean only. These are the ones she doesn't have, which are only 8. So she pretty much has everything. Alright, so that's all for the Korean version. If you're interested, like I said, go ahead and follow the instructions I gave, and you should be able to get the Korean version no matter where you live. And I will also have a video for how to install Wooparooland if you just want that and you don't want the Korean one. So anyway, talk to you all later.